कनेडा प्रधानमंत्री जस्टिन ट्रूडो ते कुदरती स्रोत मंत्री जोनाथन विल्सन ने अल्बर्टा कोर्ट ऑफ अपील के फैसले ते प्रतिक्रिया दी है कि संघी वातावरण प्रभाव कानून जिसनों पहला बिल C-69 वजों जानिया जाता सी वो गैर संविधानिक है। प्रधानमंत्री ने पुष्टि की कि ओटावा इस फैसले ते अपील करेगा।
We've continued to worry about the increased cost of living, which is why we've moved forward on everything from childcare to investing in affordable housing to making sure we're supporting people in every way that we can.
But what about gas? Lower the price of gas, though.
Oh, yes. On Alberta, look, we obviously have an independent judicial system in this country, and we respect the work that is being done. But just like when we saw the Alberta courts come out against the price on pollution, that we then referred to the Supreme Court, where it was determined that yes, the federal government has the responsibility to bring forward measures for the country. We continue to believe that ensuring environmental protection and predictability for investors on big projects is extremely important. Thank you.
So what's your response to the decision from the Alberta Court of Appeal about the Environmental Impact Act?
Well, as you know, the government went through almost a 3-year process to develop a set of better rules that would ensure that environmental assessments are done in a thoughtful way and so that good projects can proceed. The Alberta court has made a ruling today in a 4-to-1 split. Our view is the legislation remains constitutional and we will be appealing.
You are definitely going to appeal to the Supreme Court?
We will be appealing.
On what grounds?
Well, you have an automatic right to appeal in these kinds of cases. This is a reference, so the legislation stays in force, the regulations stay in force. But of course, we want to ensure there's clarity for folks. In the same way that when there was a reference on the Greenhouse Gas Pricing Act around carbon pricing, the Alberta court on a 4-to-1 split, same as this one, found against the government. All of the other courts found in favor of the government, and so did the Supreme Court. We will be going through the same route.
What would the impact be for resource projects across the country if this act is struck down?
Well, look, we consulted broadly with Indigenous communities, with Canadians, with industry, with legal experts from around the country. We are very confident that this is constitutional, that our position will be upheld. But what I would say to you is the whole point of an environmental assessment process is to have rigor, to ensure that we actually are addressing substantive environmental concerns at the very early stages, such that good projects can go ahead and projects that actually are not able to be conformed to good environmental standards do not early on. If, in fact, this legislation was to not be in effect, we're in a situation where we're not being protective of the environment. And at the end of the day, the federal government has a responsibility in areas of federal jurisdiction, which is what the IAC is focused on, to ensure appropriate environmental protection.